One word to describe my new album: bipolar, probably.
I'll never surrender. Been on the run since I was young.
What's up? My name's Shinova, and this is a song-by-song breakdown of my new album, Mental. Mental was my permission to myself to extract exactly what's in my brain onto a record with no shame, no apologies. This is me. It's my first self-produced album. I literally built this studio in my house. I released the songs every Friday. Recording all the videos was really crazy. First time I've ever done that many videos in such a short amount of time. I knew I wanted to do a video with each of those songs. Lots of frustrating days, lots of long hours, lots of tears, but also lots of dancing around like a crazy person, laughing and, having fun too. Being such a young producer, finding my sound and who I really want to be as an artist was such a fun process, and it's me. It's my brain, the left and the right side. So day one is the tone of the album. I want to come straight out the gate and let people know what's up. It's got this like Slim Shady, quirky kind of hip hop thing going on at the beginning, and then going into the chorus, a more anthemic kind of like Green Day punk style chorus. I wanted to like blend those two worlds together. I traced it back and I realized that my worry about other people judging me was learned. I want to go back to the real me that really doesn't care and just is doing art. You're gonna get me for how I am, take it or leave it.
Yeah, no thanks. I have no shame of these tear stains. Let me cry with the smile and denial of my depression. Life's like this.
So Life's Like This is about my struggle with life. Depression, anxiety, mental health. Life is a bitch. I reference Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore movie First 50 Dates, and I feel like my life's like that because I wake up every day and I don't know who I am. Life is not what I thought it was gonna be, When I was a kid, I kind of had these expectations of what being an adult was gonna be like, and it wasn't that. Everything I thought life was, it isn't, and it sucks way more, and I kind of wish someone would have told me that.
My head, I'm insane, I'm a mental case, quarantine in space, letters from the doctor says I need a saving grace.
No Sense is how the album got its name. I was diagnosed with ADHD, which comes with a whole slew of problems with anxiety and depression, and what's the other thing I have? I don't even know. Oh, I forget shit. That was real right now. Fuck. When my head is that filled and that crazy, I don't even know what's happening. My thoughts aren't even mine. When I talk about dying on the inside but still alive on the outside, that is 100% when I'm in crowds and in situations that overwhelm me. I have no concept of who I am, and I get lost in it to the point where it's just very depressing and very lonely. The joke's on me because I still have to be there. So La Da Dee is actually one of the songs that I wrote the longest ago. At the time I was streaming on Twitch, I wasn't swearing. I wouldn't even let people swear in the chat. And so I just had it backburned. And then just recently with this album, I started rapping, I started swearing, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull out La Da Dee. Because the whole feeling of the song is just like skipping along, I'ma do me, fuck everybody, I don't need you, I can do this myself. This was just basically my I don't need anybody, I'm gonna make my dreams come true all by myself. So I wrote Flip the Switch one morning when I woke up and I was just feeling awesome. Like the birds were singing, I was in a vibe, I was feeling good, which never freaking happens. And so I came up to the studio and started writing about it and was just talking about how my brain lights up in rainbows just randomly for no reason. Like I just woke up this morning and for some reason I'm okay. Out of nowhere, my brain can just turn on me and I'm not okay. Because that's most of my mornings, is I wake up and I'm just not okay and I don't know why. This song is about really enjoying and soaking in and living to the fullest those moments when I'm actually okay. Okay, so viral, I actually had that on my dream titles list in my notebook for like 6 or 7 years. And with TikTok and Instagram blowing up and how artists, that's like the focus, is just the numbers to blow up. It really hurts me to see artists that have really cool, unique perspectives not making that art to become content creating zombies and making things that are trendy. Artists are willing to kind of be self-deprecating just to get the numbers. A lot of people equate their value to their numbers and how they appear on social media. We're detaching farther and farther from ourselves and our humanness and forgetting what it means to be human and imperfect and expecting us to be what we look like on social media in real life, and that shit's bullshit.
Who are all these strangers? Not drunk in my brain while acting like we're friends. Should I go with them?
Strangers was the problem child of the album. I literally was so close to not releasing this one on time because I have legit 30 versions of this song and was sending it to so many people. I was literally hitting up my songwriting teacher from college being like, this version, or wait, email them 20 minutes later, what about this version? The song was originally a text to my mom. I was with her one night and I kind of got snappy with her and I said some things that I didn't mean. I literally felt like my brain was hijacked. Like I said things that were not me, I didn't mean them. And so I was gonna text her, but then I went from the messaging app to my note app and was like writing things, and then I came upstairs and to the studio here and just decided to start writing it. And I sent her the first draft of the song being like, I'm sorry, it was just the strangers in my head, the bad guys, they took over, you know, like I really didn't mean what I said, so.
Just in the nick of time, I got away, at least for today, on the run from the crazy in my mind.
Catch Me If You Can is one of my favorite songs on the album. It is super fun and poppy. I wrote this initially of like a little animated version of me running away from this big, scary, hairy, blue emotion monster. Catch Me If You Can is kind of like taunting these emotions, being like, haha, I'm gonna outrun you today, I'm a winner, bitch. Tying in with the video, turns out, in the end, if you don't face the emotions, it'll eat you. My team came to me with this crazy idea, and I looked at them like, well, how are we gonna do that? And they were like, oh, it's gonna be easy. And then we get on set, and it's just like, I'm freezing, I'm soaking wet. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it. But like I tell them, like, never again, never again. Subconscious is this invite to the listener and the viewer to go past their conscious mind and to go to the deep, dark, subconscious void. The subconscious mind is what really rules us. If you don't explore it, you don't know what runs you. In the video, the temptresses are taking you down these hallways and through these trippy places and being like, ooh, come with me to the trippy side. And then you come in, you're lured in by their beauty. That's me. Then you come into the back room and you meet the subconscious, the pimp of your mind, the one that is pulling all the levers behind the scenes, and you get the real shit. You get the real cake in the balls of what's really going on. Basically where all the trauma is stored is in this back room with this pimp. And so that's the bridge. That's the verse being like, yo, we out here.
50-50, you and me through the hard nights.
50-50 is about Muse, God, the universe, aliens, whatever you want to believe in past this 3D dimension. It's about this relationship that I have with that. Throughout my whole life, I've never really been at it alone. Like, I've always had this 50-50 partnership and companionship with something bigger than myself. And how even with this album, like, I didn't write half this shit. Like, it was 50-50 me and just this channel coming through me. I don't really attach religion or anything to it. I don't even like calling it anything because I think it's just as much us as we are it, and vice versa.
We go way back to the days of Cinderella, when Daddy said the only flavor I'd be is vanilla.
This is definitely a reference to my biological dad and how he wanted me to have a real job and never really got the real me. It's a shout out line where if he heard it, I don't think he'd be too happy, but this is kind of like I proved him wrong. I'm not gonna be vanilla, I'm gonna be my own thing and figure my own thing out. If neglect was illegal, he'd be locked up as a felon, so yeah. He missed out. I don't know is pretty much the theme of my life. Like, I feel like every day is a constant battle to remember who I am and what my life is. I think it's actually a superpower to be able to be blank slate and really be able to create from the void of nothingness that is my brain. I think it's kind of a good message for people because there's like a thread of truth here where if you let your conscious brain get too much in the way, you're never gonna let your heart speak. And when you say, I don't know, it kind of opens things up and lets your heart explore more freely.
Give it anything, what am I here for?
Great is the only acoustic song on the album. I'm a big fan of some older bands, Zeppelin, Yes, even Nirvana. Like, they make mistakes in their albums, and like, I think that's cool. I wanted to show the grittier, more emotional side. Great is me wondering if I'll ever know what great feels like. Since I wrote this song, I think I actually know what great feels like now. Yes, past me, you will know what great feels like.
Hold up, slow down, take a second. Take it in, you'll start seeing different.
I wrote Hypnosis as a guided meditation to myself. Hypnotherapy and hypnosis have changed my life. I wanted to write a song that first was for me, but then I realized could actually be really beneficial and a good introduction to people who haven't explored that before. Playing different piano parts and smoothing that out, and I wrote it on top of just the piano. Adding a rhythmic element was important for the hypnotic kind of feel for it, but I wanted it to be organic, but rhythmically taking you on kind of like a locomotive.
Hardwired shut, nowhere else to run. Stuck behind my eyes like everyone. No, I can't think straight.
Hardwired is all about my question of why I exist and what happens after. We all have these existential crises and wonder, what the fuck are we doing here? Is what happens under the skull the beginning and the end of me? Or is there something that I carry on? It's not the end of me. I have faith that there's something else, and there will be something else. I have the next album sitting, waiting. I don't believe we're hardwired shut. I do believe that something carries on, even if it's not in a conscious form, and it has to be for a reason. It has to be. Thank you for watching this video. Please give it a like, comment below, and let me know what your favorite song is on the album or video. Let me know. And subscribe to my channel. That really supports me. Buy your physical copy of Mental today. It's on my website. I'll sign that shit. Peace.